This is your full Pay by Link user tutorial guide. With Pay by Link, you can request a payment from your customer remotely and keep track of all transactions. To get started, log into your online management system with your username and password. Once logged in, you'll be taken to your online management system homepage. Here, you can find everything you need to take payments using a payment link. At the top, you can find different menu items where you can access your account, payments, transaction report, and more. To take a payment, hover over payments in the top menu and scroll down to Pay by Link admin. You will then need to scroll across to change the payment type from Moto GBP to Ecom GBP. This will take you to a screen that shows your last Pay by Link transaction. From here, navigate across to the submenu and select Add New. A window will pop up where you can choose which method you'd like to use. There are 3 options to create a Pay by Link transaction. The first one being an e-invoice, which lets you send an invoice via email containing a payment link. To do this, select e-invoice under Pay by Link type. GBP is pre-selected, saving you time so you can just enter the amount required. To be able to track the transaction later, make sure you enter a reference and add a description. Add the customer's email address so they can receive the invoice and enter a due date for the payment by clicking on the calendar. Scroll down to line item details where you can input the details for each item, including quantity, description and amount. Complete the sales tax description and the amount required. This will be added to the total amount automatically. Once the details have been filled in, scroll down to Create Pay by Link transaction and click Submit. This will now send an invoice to the customer's email address. Here, you can see what the invoice looks like when the customer receives the email. They can easily make the payment by clicking Pay Invoice. They will then be taken to a new window where they can enter their payment details and click Submit. Another option you can use to create a Pay by Link transaction is using the Pay Now button. This lets you create a button that customers can insert into an email or web page to give their customers access to making a payment. For this, select Pay Now button under Pay by Link type and enter the details required as before. Scroll down and hit the Create Pay by Link transaction button. Once you've done this, navigate over to the Pay by Link administration section and select the transaction you've just created. On the right, you'll see details of the transaction, including a URL that has been created. Scroll down to the bottom of the page to HTML for your website to find the payment button information. Copy and paste this into the coding of your website, which will then create a Pay Now button on your site. Finally, the third option allows you to create a URL that customers can click to make a payment. Start by selecting Payment Link under Pay by Link type, enter the amount, or you can tick Allow Customer to determine the amount. This is handy for when you want the customer to choose the amount they owe. This could be for when they want to split a payment or make a donation. Fill in the reference and description as normal, but leave the email field empty. Once the information has been filled out, scroll down to Create Pay by Link transaction and submit the transaction. Next, go into the Pay by Link administration section and select the transaction you've just created. You can find the URL at the top right of the screen, which you can copy to send to the customer. We make getting paid easy.